WWE has so many problems right now. The product feels stale. The creative has been inadequate for the better part of 2 years. And it doesn't feel like WWE any longer cares about what they are putting before the fans. The mere fact that they exist and are there should be enough in their eyes for people to tune in, spend their money, and for them to rake in the profits. And for nearly the entire time that TKO has owned WWE, that has been the case. WWE has, for the past few years, been in the most profitable era they have ever seen. They are making more money than they have ever made. TKO is seemingly on track to make up whatever money that they either are indebted to or spent during the merger of UFC and WWE. And as things stand right now, WWE is a juggernaut that seems unstoppable. However, there are reasons to be concerned for WWE, at least in their domestic markets. You have a situation where tickets are still selling pretty well, but nowhere near where they were when WWE goes, especially to medium-sized markets. You're seeing a decline in ticket sales that is most likely due to a oversaturation of the product. You have so many shows on every single week, and eventually people are just going to get their pro wrestling fill. You also have a situation where WWE is just charging way too much money for tickets. It's to the point where people were priced out of events like WrestleMania. It was to the point where at WrestleMania this past year, Randy Orton was shocked to learn how much money that people had spent on their WrestleMania tickets. And when you have your own talent who are making millions of dollars, saying that should be a point of concern. But all of that combined with the decline in ratings we have seen with WWE on Netflix and on USA with SmackDown, there's a lot of reasons for WWE to be a little bit worried about the current standing of their business. Not in that they're going to go out of business, not in that they're going to have a down period that is going to forever change the way that they do business, but instead, it is going to be a slow but steady decline in interest, and it will show on the margins, which is where TKO really pays attention. The entire purpose for TKO buying WWE in the first place was to maximize value as much as possible. They saw an entity in WWE that was doing great business, that was an industry leader, that they felt they could take into that next stratosphere, and they did. Media deal after media deal, and WWE under TKO seems stronger than ever as far as the finances go. But again, finances aren't everything. They are coming off of probably the worst booked retirement run in professional wrestling history for one of their biggest stars ever in John Cena. They are coming off of a universally panned WrestleMania weekend last year. They're coming off of several controversies, from the return of Brock Lesnar to hosting Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia alongside WrestleMania next year. And those are just going to keep coming, and it all comes during a time where the product is lifeless. And many people want to point the blame to Triple H, and I think that if we are looking at this holistically, Triple H does deserve a huge amount of blame. Whether you like it or not, the buck stops with him. He is supposed to have enough comprehension, understanding, and power to dictate where things go. And at the end of the day, for better or worse, he is liable. But At the same time, you have to remember Triple H is not facing the same situation he faced when he was booking NXT, or even that Vince McMahon faced when he was booking WWE. Even though Ari Emanuel and PKO executives will tell you they do not get involved in the day-to-day business or the creative of WWE, we have seen from their own mouths that that isn't necessarily true. The Rock revealed earlier last year that Ari Emanuel himself asked The Rock, begged The Rock to do that entire angle that he ended up doing at Elimination Chamber simply to help ticket sales. And while that worked for that event, it ended up ruining everything for the entire year and just leaving a mark on John Cena's final run that has never been redeemed. And I think that the TKO mentality is they do not care what it is. They don't care the direction of the product. They don't care whether it's good or not. They just want stuff. They just want content. They want stars on the marquee, and what they do when they get there is irrelevant. And that mentality has trickled down into Triple H to the point where Triple H, someone who at one point in his history was remarked as a brilliant pro wrestling mind and great at interviews and fantastic at breaking down several different aspects of the professional wrestling game, just comes across as incoherent and babbling in his post-show appearances. He comes across as a stooge in many interviews, simply touting the same thing over and over again. A new era, a new era, a new era, to the point where it has been memed into existence. And I think right now, Triple H might be what's best for the financials. He might be what's best for whatever the perception of WWE, but he is not what is best for the reason that most wrestling fans should be watching the show, and that is creative. Triple H as a creative mind right now is as bad as he's ever been. WWE as an entity, as a creative entity, is as bad as they have ever been. And right now, I don't think that Triple H is the right person to lead the WWE creative team. He is too full of his own you-know-what. He is drunk on power, and he does not care anymore. Will he care down the line? Maybe, potentially, but right now, I don't think he's the right person. And the right person might not even be in WWE. The reality is, what it will take for someone to fix the creative problems in WWE is not simply someone who is different or has a different mentality. It is someone who is willing to step up and do the things that TKO might not necessarily want. Book shows to the max, have fantastic big stars on the marquee, but actually make them do stuff when they get there. And I think that is going to be a battle that whoever would hypothetically take over would need to be willing to fight. Otherwise, we would simply be left with the same old stuff that we are seeing currently with Triple H. I don't say this lightly. Triple H is one of the best bookers, I think, of the past 10 years, but I don't think he's got the juice anymore. I hope I'm wrong, but in the end, I guess we'll see.